Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong.
Okay, so we actually have a bit of an update. I know it's a little bit shocking. Like, yeah, there's an update. There usually always is. And so yesterday I dropped a video about Kris Tyson going over some of the allegations and their endorsement of a certain degenerate artist, and how they had artwork of that degenerate artist in their room who was known for drawing stuff that's a little bit not even NSFW. I would even argue some of that shit is straight up illegal, but that's not what we're here for. But anyways, we covered all that yesterday. But now, in today's update, I actually tell you guys that there was an apology issued by Ava Kris Tyson. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. And so here it is. And it goes like this. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt any or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Now, I'm all in favor of people going to get the help they need, but did GBT5 write that? Because what is that? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know who wrote that. Like, somebody must have wrote it, but I don't understand. But anyways, what do I have to say about this? I mean, this has to be the most like PR answer I've ever seen in my life. As a matter of fact, sometimes I wonder why people speak, because sometimes you talking actually it makes you look worse, which is kind of wild. Now, looking into those messages like from yesterday, we will discover that there's a lot of stuff that was said where that was, really shouldn't be saying that stuff to people underage. I mean, some of those jokes I wouldn't even make it with adults either, but that's just me. But either way, that's where we are now. So I just find what's interesting is that the online discourse around this seems to be like, at least from what I've noticed, a lot of people seem to be like, oh, everybody was on Dr. Disrespect, and then nobody's really talking about this, or it's not influential. And I have to kind of agree. However, there's something I kind of want to point out is that Dr. Disrespect was not a very liked person online. At least I know a lot of people didn't really like him to begin with. So I want you to keep that in mind. So the fact that he got outed was like, okay, they were all going to dogpile this. And then you have people on whatever the other side. It's like, oh, Kris Tyson, everybody likes Kris Tyson. It's like, oh, I'm going to wait for stuff. I'm going to wait for this. So while I always say that nobody's obligated to speak out on a topic, it is pretty fascinating, the discourse around this compared to Dr. Disrespect. While it's two different cases entirely, with this one, I argued that we actually have the evidence, and the fact that people are still waiting is a little insane to me. And with Dr. Disrespect, we don't even know what was said. We don't even know anything about it. But because he admitted it, sponsor dropped him immediately. But anyways, so that's the online discourse around that. So it's going to show you that, like, if you lean a certain way, it kind of reflects in how you handle certain drama. But of course, what everyone should be doing is you should actually be looking into stuff objectively, regardless of who it is. And that's what we try to do on this channel as well. But anyways, that's enough talking about that. There's actually something that I saw that I missed yesterday in yesterday's video, which I really should have included. But I'm going to include it now. That's actually why I'm making the update in the first place. And so apparently, on Kris's old channel, there was something a bit incriminating. Now, of course, if you go to the channel right now, you cannot find the video. But with a little tool we call the Wayback Machine, the Wayback Machine had revealed to me that, oh, wow, he had this video from about 10 years ago saying Jeanette McCurdy's leaks. Yeah. It's as bad as it sounds. Now, the situation, from what I remember, is that she sent photos to her boyfriend or whatever. You know, people do that in relationships. And then he ended up leaking it out. And so, good old Kris over here decided that she wanted to make a video at the time about it. So, not much needs to be said about it. And the worst part is the fact that they literally said the links will be in the description below. But I can only tell you so much. I actually want you guys to watch some of it for yourself. So let's sit and watch together.
How's it going, you guys? So, recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out. And she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
I hate to inform you, but if you distributed it, even though if you say I don't condone it, or I don't want you looking at this link, and you post the link, you are literally contributing to the whole ordeal of spreading this stuff around. So you've actually broken the law in whatever state that you're in. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Oh God. Anyways, so yeah, that's where we are today, because it turns out that this person has way worse stuff on the rap sheet than just this. And what it comes down to, really, to me, is just the fact that this is somebody who literally has done some of the most heinous and probably suspicious stuff imaginable. And then you find out later on that, you know, it gets worse. And to be honest, if people want to dig up old stuff that they've done, especially if it's breaking the law, listen, man, it gives us a better picture, because if your past looks like your present, guess what? I'm gonna be suspicious of you. So if you were doing suspicious stuff in the past, like, you know, posting around revenge porn, then you messaging batters in the future or having Shadman posts does not surprise me in the slightest. That's not even close. So yeah. Yeah. You tell me. But anyways, I just want to point out that video because I actually missed it yesterday when I was making my video, and I actually wanted to, you know, add it to the greater context, because there's actually a lot to take in when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, yeah. And that's really where we are today. That's when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now, what I really want to talk about after this, at least next, is more like, despite what this person, you know, not being a good person, it's just interesting, like the rhetoric that changes around people, and as soon as like, oh, they are like of a different like orientation or something. And to me, my philosophy has always been, you take everything in a case by case basis. So them being trans has nothing to do with this situation at all. Matter of fact, this action from a regular person or someone who's not trans is still disgusting. That doesn't really change anything. And you have people be like, oh my God, this is like an agenda against, you know, setting people back 200 years. Like, listen, I guarantee you, in every single circle, you will find someone who does some heinous stuff. And if you propel it enough, you'll eventually realize that, oh, guess what? You're going to set this group of people back 200 years because one person did it. So I find that kind of stuff ridiculous. But that's just me. Okay. What else can I say about it? And really, when I look at this and like taking in the whole picture along with the apology, I'm just like, dude, this person just clearly sucks. Now, MrBeast, of course, is the one who's most affected by this, because anytime you're tied to someone who's like has like as many subs as MrBeast is, and who's in the mainstream like often enough with all the different type of stuff that he does, like, you know, the giving people water or building houses, like this guy is always in the forefront. So anyone who's in association with that is going to be affecting the brand in one way or another. So I'm assuming that when they say they're taking a step away from the MrBeast brand, it's like, listen, you are literally a liability and you gotta go. So what I want MrBeast to address this, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it takes him 2 years to address it, I mean, hey, let him take his 2 years. It's like, we always say, it's your friend, yes, but the internet is a little too quick to like, oh, you have to speak on this. Like, no, people can take their time if they want to. I've always been of that mindset. And it's not like it's his allegations, it's of his friend, and his friend had addressed it. So even if the response is some bottom tier garbaggio, we still got a response regardless, okay? So that's where we are today. But anyways, to be honest with y'all, that stuff is just... That stuff with the revenge porn is actually kind of crazy to me because posting a video about it has to be like the dumbest thing I've probably seen in a minute. Hey, if Jeanette McCurdy wants to sue him many years later for it, hey, that opens him up to a lawsuit. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Something about that Cat Williams clip gets me every single time. It's like, this is the year where everybody's getting exposed for something, bro. Everybody's getting it, so... It's just another one on the long list. But anyways, that's all I have to say about this video. That's all I have to say about this topic in general. This is the last time I'm going to cover it because unless something crazy happens, nothing else. Actually, before I finish up, I also saw a lot of other stuff coming out about someone else. I also got messaged by Kris and this and that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Every time there's a huge allegation against somebody like this size, there's a lot of people who will be like, I was also affected. And they're lying. There could be people who are actually affected, but like they came out much later. It's a whole mess. But I wanted to focus on this particular aspect because like I'm trying to show that this is somebody who all around is just not a good person. All right. Besides the messaging and the Shadman stuff, like this on top of it just paints a picture that's like, yeah, no, this is someone who clearly is not to be trusted and should rightfully be, cut from sponsors and all that fun stuff. So, it is what it is. But hey, it's out in the open now, so what can we do about it? Yeah. So, just remember that Cat Williams clip every time you hear something about this. But anyways, if you enjoy this type of content, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Leave a dislike if you want to, but that's enough for me. So, ciao.